Problems on the beat. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. Call it luck, I'm just getting what I reap. Should've died, angels kept me on my feet. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. I never go another winter without heat. Gotta face it, just can't turn the other cheek. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. They know me very well, I ain't live no fairy tale. All the work that I put in, they know I ain't gonna tell.
Hey, it's Brittany Smith with Bad Vish Media and Monday Love Podcast. We kind of got a special edition today. You're upside down. We kind of got a special edition going on today. Unfortunately, Miranda's feeling under the weather, so you have just me tonight. But if I can get him to flip the camera just right, I will introduce.
I cannot see or hear.
Okay, I think I lost him. I think I might have lost him. Uh-oh, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Technical difficulties. You're up. Can you flip the camera?
I'm trying. I've lost sound and everything.
Grab the camera in your hands. It won't flip unless you're holding it with both hands.
I don't see nothing. I can barely hear you guys now.
Hit the settings button, and you
Okay.
should be able to flip all that.
It's not letting me hit any buttons.
Hold the camera with both hands and
One more time.
It's not working.
I can't get on to. So, hi Tony. How was your week?
hey, Brittany, it was good.
I've had a lot.
Great. That's what I wanted him to do, was to come back in. Let's see how he's doing.
Okay, so now I hear you guys.
Awesome.
Now I just can't see you.
Can't see me.
No. I see your screens. It says Brittany Smith and it says Tony's, but I can't see anything.
Okay, go into your video, like click it, and allow your phone to have the video.
Okay.
Let's see how that works.
Did that work out?
No, it's not letting me click any buttons.
Well, your camera's working good and you can hear us good.
Yes.
Okay. Then you're good because you look good and it
Cool.
is showing up on the screen. So you're just not seeing the restream stage, but
Cool.
we'll take care of that. You look awesome.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Have a good show, guys.
Thank you, Tony. Without further ado, let me introduce to y'all CG the Reveren. How are you this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm enjoying this fall weather. It's coming, and I've been ready for it, and here it is. So,
look, it's cold. It's cold here. Like, it went from hot to cold real quick.
Very fast.
Yes. So before we start, is there any shout outs or any plugs that you want to give a big shout out to?
Sure. Of course, I've got to shout out Brooke, my fiance / manager. She kills it. She's been doing a lot of work and pushing things where they need to go. A couple of my producers, Carl Glover, he's amazing. He was one of the first ones that professionally wrote my music. He actually got a Grammy on the team with TLC. Donnie Gullett, he was the last guy that recorded Percy Sledge, and I got to stand in that same spot. And that was really amazing as well. Stafford, he's young. I think he's from Canada. Man, he made $100,000 last year in music, and he's younger than me. And he had a bunch of songs hit some big playlists. Noah Shell, he is an engineer at Fame Studios here in Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Clicked out on me again. I'm sure he's got more when he returns, though. Just give him a second. Look, and Tony left me too, so now y'all are just stuck with me. So it's been a long week for me. We're getting ready for the October 28th show in Glassboro, Kentucky. We've been doing all the merch for the show, getting everything ready for y'all. Y'all make sure you bring the kids out. There's trick or treating at noon. So, I was hoping that he would have collected back, but he didn't. But other than that, that's
He's still showing up as connected. Just looks like his camera disconnected, and maybe his audio.
yeah. That's why I'm talking. I was just talking to myself, just letting everybody know. But I do have some interesting stuff coming up. I do.
Well, and while we're waiting for him to see if we can get that straightened out, we do have your runner track.
Oh, we do have Runner. We still have Runner.
Yeah, yeah. That was your first one, right?
It's my very first track that I released with Ryan Woodcock, aka Bloodhound. It's a good one. It's a doozy. It'll get you up in your seat dancing. We can roll that one.
Yeah, here, we'll play that, and I'm gonna send Chris a message and see if we can get that straightened out.
All right, let's get it, guys.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, never
How
mind.
long have I been off?
You've been in a coma.
What was the last thing that was said?
You were giving your shout outs, producer, who was after that?
The producers, shooting the video. Noah Shell with Fame.
There you go.
Did you hear that part?
No.
That's where you left off.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, producers. Carl Glover, Donnie Gullett, Stafford, Noah Shell with Fame. Swayze Videos actually done my videos. I appreciate Swayze. He does such an amazing job at an affordable cost. Isaiah Hill. He goes by Zay Hill. He's one of Sheffield's greatest. He's been traveling the United States. He's got 1 million followers on Spotify. He has been doing God's work. Lisa T, Lisa T, she started all these events around here that I've been a part of this year, and she's pulled me in on them. All the new followers, since I've been growing my reach on Facebook. Welcome to the Gospel Get Down. This is going to be an amazing time of the year. Tom Cheney, man, as soon as I got back into the shows, me and him partnered in some real estate, and he's allowing me to learn firsthand on the front line, doing all the work with it. And then Charles Rushing. Of course, Charles Rushing, he's the one that introduced me to you, Brittany, because Gray Matter had that event, and then he pulled me in to perform. So definitely him. And then, of course, my mom, my dad, and everybody that's been a part of it. And then Brooke's mother, she's helped a lot on the music as well. She's the Hines family, the Hines Tires in the show. So a special support from them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so
you there?
Can you hear me? Did we go blank again?
This is crazy.
I can still hear you. And
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hello.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
It's completely out.
Okay, so we're about.
Yeah, I think when he flips the audio as well. So let's see if he's working. And
Christian at work, so I'm back.
Okay, try not to flip it. I think when you flip,
I got a notification. So what I did is I just
put that's the other thing. Your phone will not multitask. Airplane mode actually is the best thing to be in during these.
Yeah, I turned it on Do Not Disturb, so that shouldn't happen again. So did I get everything in that time, all the way down to Charles Rushing?
You did. Okay. So speaking of Charles Rushing, I was actually, me and my husband were very grateful to meet you and your fiance at the Tennessee show at the Mealtime Festival.
Yeah.
We had a rocking time there.
Oh, so amazing.
So I learned a lot about you there, but tell me a little bit about little CG.
So I graduated high school, didn't ever get to go anywhere, and my friends was throwing me a birthday party, but the weekend before that, the guy's Blake Bozeman, he actually passed away on my birthday. The weekend before, he said he was freestyling, rapping, and I was like, man, I want to do that. So he showed me how to do it, and then I was horrible. I was actually horrible at rapping for like 4 years. And he was like, you suck right now, but one of these days you're going to be the greatest rapper in the world. And I was just like, whatever. So it had been a year. I just freestyled around. Then finally, about 5 years in, I started to get better. My muscles in my brain started to remember how all these rhymes put together. So I picked up the pen. And man, I wrote and did music for 10 years. And I was just out there in the world trying to find my way, getting screwed over by managers. People want me to sign deals. I got empty royalty checks in the mail. I got one for $800 one time for streaming music royalties, and I went to cash it, and it was empty. So about 4 years ago, I said, God, I am tired of using my talent and getting screwed over for it. So I said, I just surrendered my music career to him. I got rid of all the music, and that was a big thing for me, and I surrendered. And then actually I ended up having to go to rehab about 4 or 5 years ago. And that's where my life started to change. I went to a 2-year program, and I couldn't even have a cell phone. And my life started to change then. And then God started pouring to me these lyrics. And I did the whole entire album while I was in a faith-based halfway program. I technically wasn't supposed to be recording music, so I love to pull on the fact that I could have went to prison for recording music, because if they would have caught me outside my work zone, then I potentially could have gotten in trouble. But at the same time, the guy I was recording with, I was able to do my job there, which was showing off an air purifier. So it was all worth it. We got my whole first album done, From Darkness to Light. I'm going to be honest, it heard crickets, for a while. One of the biggest things about being an artist and transitioning into a paid artist is there's going to be a lot of years, most of the time, where you're trying to build your following and this algorithm is against you, and all these other things are against you. But if you just stick the course and you just keep pushing, all times are different for different people, but sooner or later your time will come in which you're able to breach yourself out there. So just here I am now, and now every chance I get to go perform, I just thank God for it. I pray for chances. I got a show coming up here on October 24th in Atlanta at the Myline Hookah and Cigar Lounge. They're doing a gospel karaoke event, and they booked me, and that is so awesome to be able to share my music in that place in Atlanta, so far away from my region. So I'm really excited.
Where did you actually get your stage name from?
So it started off Lil Chris when I was 18, and I grew out of that. Somebody on Facebook, I put a status, was like, I want you guys to help me choose my name. Somebody said C-Rock. So I went by C-Rock for a long time. And then I don't know if you remember that song, Do the Rock Man, that was big in Atlanta. Okay, so Montana the Mac, I actually got a feature with him, that Amen song that's on YouTube.
Yes.
I got a feature with him, and he was like, every time we would go somewhere in Atlanta, people, bringing a white boy around, you know what I'm saying? They're like, who is this? Who is this? And he would always say, oh, that's the Reveren. That's the Reveren. So people just started calling me CG or Chris Garner, the Reveren. And then I quickly was like, well, that's way too long. So I switched it over to CG, the Reveren. And now I'm just trying to fill the spot, because the Reveren part of it does have a big shoe to fill. But I believe that God is allowing me to do a good job at that.
Absolutely. And I've been where you're at, actually, when you said that you took like a poll on your stage name. Dude, people could come up with some weird stuff.
They very well can.
Yeah, and then they get stuck on one, and then that's what everybody wants to call you. And I'm like, that's not who I am. I left it the same.
Yeah.
So, okay, so let's talk about a song that you do have out. It's called Find the Light. What was what is the meaning behind that song?
So that was the second song I did. The first song I did was Don't Let Me Drown. And then the second one was Find the Light. And the reason why that song hit so hard for me is because I was raised in church. I was saved at a young age. But once I turned 18, peer pressure, the world, things of that nature started to pull me in the other direction. So either I had an authentic relationship with Jesus or I didn't. The point was I got away. So my whole entire life, I feel like I was searching for that light. I was trying to get back into to God's line, to his purpose that he had for my life. And it took me going to rehab for God hitting that big reset button. And then I was able to find that light. And it's just, I've been living in it ever since. And it's amazing.
Now you're set out for a mission.
Yes. The purpose.
Exactly. I didn't know if you seen, we had your YouTube and all that flash up on the screen for everybody to see.
I didn't, but in my mental state, I could subconsciously see it.
Yeah, it was all there. So without further ado, would you like to play it?
Sure, go ahead. Let's play the song.
All right, let's play it. Find the light.
Days and darker nights, you fight through all the pain until you find the light, find the light.
I can't forget the times I was still looking for it. Them long nights full of struggle and them bills couldn't afford it. I was worried about the world and everyone else's opinion, but never thinking about the Lord, just living a life full of sinning. The devil's hands around my neck and evil hold on my soul. My eyes were darkened with a veil, no chance of seeing my road. The grass is greener on the other side, was siding my own. I was claiming Christianity, but wasn't up for parole until I looked up and saw the blue in the skies. The realest gift I ever got was how to discern all the lies. I knew I needed something different, I had to change my ambitions. I needed someone to revive me, I was dead in transgression. So I started searching for the light in my rear view. I couldn't find it there, but it just gave me a clear view that Jesus is the only way, it's nothing I can do. It's the gift of God that's full of grace. Ephesians chapter 2.
You are love, you are free. I still have faith in you, I still believe. Through all the darkest days and darker nights, you fight through all the pain until you find the light, find the light.
Now ever since I found the light, it seems like everything has changed. The way I think, the way I feel, the way I was just insane. Now I'm thankful for tomorrow before the day is over. Now that God has got my back, there's no looking over my shoulder. I used to love the darkness more than I ever loved the light. I used to run in sin's direction, the devil gave me my delight. Now my head is in the clouds, but my path is surely straight, cause I acknowledge him in all my ways. And every day I just keep on pushing forward, no need to look behind me. I live life inside the borders, you know where you can find me. I surround myself with Jesus people, ain't none of us lethal. We soar like an eagle, and under him we're equal. So you can miss me with the bad and negativity, because I believe in the nativity and keeping Jesus in the Trinity. I'm sorry if I offend you, but I call it how he taught me. And I hope you find the light, because this world is getting foggy.
You are love, you are free. I still have faith in you, I still believe. Through all the darkest days and darker nights, you fight through all the pain until you find the light, find
Now
the
if
light.
you've ever hit the bottom, then put your hands in the air and thank God that through it all he was just but still fair. If we got what we deserve, we'd have a fist full of air. But nothing's better than redemption, because it shows that he cares. I've been at the bottom and I've scored at the top, but I would rather be broken than lose my soul for a shot. For a second and some better ways, a seared and severed way. You say you're scared to go to hell, but live for self another day. Consider Jesus living a sinless than dying in vain, because you pushed away his hands to make yourself a name. The world around you is going to offer you fame, but Jesus was born a man and humbled himself to the grave. See, he's given you a choice to accept or decline. There's a way that seemeth right, but still gonna leave you behind. See, he's opened up his hands after knocking on your heart. Will you open up the door or leave him standing in the dark?
You are love, you are free. I still have faith in you, I still believe. Through all the darkest days and darker nights, you fight through all the pain until you find the light, find the light.
just love that one.
You got to find that light.
I just there that one you did that one that I love that one. That gives one goosebumps. That one's a good
Yeah, that's
one.
what I was saying. That's that Holy Spirit in it, you know.
That was my okay. So what is the mission behind your music?
So I'm really and truly I write music for myself. I know it sounds weird. That song right there, I get on a binge and I'll listen to that song for a month. And all of these songs are reminding me I don't want to go back to the way I was before. Because
Right.
Brittany, if you would have known me back then, like I had no emotion, I was just on drugs and I didn't have anything to give, you know what I mean? And so now I do this music because I listen to my stuff repeatedly, not for vain reasons, just because all of these songs are my statutes now. These are what I live my life based on. And you know, somewhere along the way, people started getting touched by the music, and then I realized to not be so selfish with it, as so to speak. So now I'm pushing it because there's a message with every song I have. So when I'm performing it, I'm able to maybe speak with someone or say something that helps them, you know.
Absolutely. We have another one. It's called Fall Behind.
Never fall behind.
Never Fall Behind. I'm sorry. What is the what is your mission and the meaning behind that one?
So me and my son, he's almost 3 now, but he was just a little bit over 2 at the time. And I was like, gonna help dad write a song. And like, we were just messing around humming, and he actually hummed the melody. And so, yes. And I was entered into a song contest, and that's where I got the beat from Stafford. And man, that beat is just fire. And I quickly, you know, took his little melody and put a hook to it, and we did the song. And then, of course, Lacey Brooks, she was on it too, my manager, fiance, and it was just amazing. And then we were able to get the video done, $250. So people out there thinking that you got to be rich to be an artist, it ain't true. You just got to pray for the right people to be in your circle, and then in the name of Jesus, they will come in your circle. And I've always been blessed to find people to give me a good deal. So that's what I do. I share that for sure. If anybody listening to this needs a place to record, I got, as long as it's for the kingdom, you can get it for $75 a track, an hour, and then mix, master, and produce $100 with Stafford. You know, it's just whatever you need. Just let me know. You know, but
Gotcha.
never fall behind. It's just basically the world is falling to crap. We can agree with that.
Amen.
And with the world getting worse, we can't fall behind ourselves. We have to remember that we're just here visiting. This is not our home. We're definitely here. I do agree to learn how to love and learn certain things, because in heaven, we can't act the way we do here. So with that being said, we just can't fall behind. We can trip up, and we can trip over something. The devil can stick his foot out on us, but we still got to stay on track.
Exactly. Now, are you actually a reverend, or are you actually a preacher?
So that's why it doesn't have a D at the end. No, I'm not ordained. I haven't been to school. But I do get asked to preach a lot at my church, Sterling Boulevard Church of Christ in Sheffield. I've preached numerous times. I've preached a message up at the rehab, the Restoration Ranch. I've preached there a couple of times. And the one thing I love about it is because God gives me these opportunities to speak. And then before I even start, I pray, God, take everything away from me and just have you. And he speaks through me. And that's what I love about it. So, no, I'm not in college for it or anything. I don't have any certifications, but I will agree that I'm a reverend for the streets.
I tell you what, you come to my church, I'll sit there for hours. You give me goosebumps, and that's the kind of preacher I like.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely like secret things in the Bible. Like if it's something that the average person will skip over and maybe they don't see, I'll definitely make a 30-minute sermon out of it. So,
okay. Well, do you want to play Never Fall Behind?
Let's do it. Love it. Are you going to show the video too?
Yeah, I think we are. I think Tony's got it set up for that.
Cool.
my battle, cause I need you now. And I may need some help right now, but that don't mean that I'll stop running. I've been up for days by now, but that's the price you pay when you won't stop running. But if you give it back to the one that created you, then you will find that if you live your life for the will of God, then you will never fall behind. So I've been quiet for a while, I think I figured out the secret. Been a long line of mysteries, I've been waiting for the seizures. I'm trying to look things up to make sure they are real. I think they mess things up, but only time will tell. I know what it takes to be a boss, but I won't ever prevail if I don't put God first, cause he done paid my bill. I'm looking all around the world, cause big stepping ain't easy. I need a team of worthy people to testify about his mercy. I'm sorry if I offend you, but I'm not from this planet. If you don't read your Bible daily, then how do you know what his plan is? We can't compare ourselves if you ain't suffered any damage. I'm broken, so I'm looking for some closure from this. And I may need some help right now, but that don't mean that I'll stop running. I've been up for days by now, but that's the price you pay when you won't stop running. But if you give it back to the one that created you, then you will find that if you live your life for the will of God, then you will never fall behind. So it's gonna be hard for me to say this, even harder for you to hear. You know you've been living for yourself, but he allows you still to share him. All them things inside your life, did you reveal him to him? His ways are better than yours, are you still compare him to him? Sometimes I find myself submedicating just to survive. I learned my lesson, what you think, he wasn't clipping my vibe. If you ain't ready for some change, then you can't make a decision, cause you will push away his hands if you don't move with precision. I guess you don't understand, we're meant for the promised land. The way we live will separate us, cause you to fall again. You need to stand close to him, cause then you won't fall again. The way that we live will represent him till the very end. And I may need some help right now, but that don't mean that I'll stop running. I've been up for days by now, but that's the price you pay when you won't stop running. But if you give it back to the one that created you, then you will find that if you live your life for the will of God, then you will never fall behind. I may need some help right now, but that don't mean that I'll stop running. I've been up for days by now, but that's the price you pay when you won't stop running. But if you give it back to the one that created you, then you will find that if you live your life for the will of God, then you will never fall behind. But when it's all said and done, would you go on with me? And all the struggles that I face, would you fight my battle? Cause I need you now.
Man,
No,
how are you gonna follow that?
it's so awesome. And that car was compliments of Heinz Tire, and then of course the beautiful Florence, Alabama. I've left this town so many times, and I keep running back.
I got a fan right now that says the goosebumps. Damn. I'm telling you, see, I'm not the only one that's having them.
Yes, thank you.
Hard.
Thank you.
You go hard. So okay, so what are you working on recently?
So I got a Kick the Devil to the Curb song, When God Behind Me. I'm looking for like some kids to like do some dances to this song. I've got the reason why it's not planning on a release date yet is because I want to do something with the youth, a dance competition, something to just get the youth drawn into this song, because if they're dancing to it, they're going to be singing the words. And boy, we got to get the devil out of our youth, man. The devil is coming in. He is changing the way they think, the way they think they look in the mirror. He is changing our kids, and our future depends on our kids. We're going to die and leave this world if God doesn't come back first, and our kids are going to be here. So we got to start now with the music that they listen to.
Absolutely. Dude, it's like every time you talk, you preach, and I get goosebumps. That's crazy.
I prayed for this because, boy,
Look,
if you'd have heard the things that came out of my mouth about 6 years ago, you would have been like, you going for the gutter. So,
it's crazy. So do you have a certain ritual you do before you step on stage?
actually something coming to mind is my songwriting, the way I write my music. I do want to share this. The first thing I do BandLab. BandLab, that is my main key. So as soon as I find a beat, I upload it on there. I turn the headphones on and I push that little headphone button at the bottom to where I hear myself in the headphones, and I just start searching for a melody. Every song has to be built by a melody, because the melody is the number one thing that's going to leave a listener. They're going to hear something and it's going to get caught in their head. So that melody has to be the most important thing. And then once I get a song completely done and recorded, then I take it from BandLab and then I go to the studio. And as far as performing, I got a video on my YouTube right there, a YouTube short of the Georgia Festival of Trees I performed at a year and a half ago, or last year actually. And man, we got over there and we all prayed in a circle, and I wouldn't let us get on stage before I prayed. You know what I mean? Because the devil is going to try to get me. For instance, in the beginning, I can't even see you right now because the devil tried to mess up the live stream. People may say, don't blame the devil, but I will. Because whenever God's word needs to be heard or be pushed, you remember what happened at the concert? What happened to my song?
Oh, I stepped out away from it.
Oh, yeah. So listen,
I cut off.
I sent the song to Catfish, and guess what? The file got corrupted on the way there, and it lost its file. So when it came on, it sounded like demons.
That's what he just said. He was like, no, it was wrong.
It was demonic. And I was looking at Catfish like, okay, bro, you playing with me? You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, it's not me. I'm playing the song. And I was like, somebody was like, acapella. And the crazy thing was, after the demonic sounds, the very last time I asked him to play it was a lion.
What?
Yes, the Lion of Judah. I know it. I feel it. And right after that, somebody was like, just do it a cappella. So that's what we did. So
I was told all about it. Catfish is in the background going, yep.
It was crazy. And I honestly didn't pray really hard before that show because it was also rushed. You know what I mean? And like my spot on stage got pushed back, and it was just a whole big thing. And it's usually how it is when I get ready to do anything. It doesn't matter how professional the setup is. Something always kind of tinkers to where I have to either jump on unprepared or I'm late getting on, or the first couple of minutes of the show, my mic wasn't even on.
Oh my God.
Yes. So, and then he has to tap on my shoulder, and then I stop, and then like everybody sees I have a backing track. I got to say this. It is okay to rap and perform, in my opinion, to your song if you do it perfect. Okay, right. But if it sounds like choppy or two different people, you need to play with your instrumental, which is the professional way. But every artist I've seen perform here lately have been performing to their songs.
Right.
So that's a taboo thing, and I don't know much about it, but I do have a bunch of performance tracks that I use, but I'm not going to push it or rush it. I think music is a feeling,
Right. I believe I showed up right after y'all got off stage. I was like, are you serious?
Because you were there when I should have been on stage.
Yeah. And then you were there when I was on stage, right?
Yes, I was. You killed it. Yes.
Yeah, that was new for me. That was my first time ever. So what do you have in the works? I know you got something working up in the kitchen right now. What you cooking?
Yes. So I didn't Brooke, I sent you the song a while ago to this song called You Know What I've Been Through. I really wish we could have played it tonight. It's nothing to do with rap. It's I don't want to give it a country name because country's been so changed here lately to so many different ways, but I will say it's a country pop feel. And the song is about basically not letting your past relationship trauma ruin your current relationship, because trauma is not going to disappear. And everybody's seen a therapist. I promise. Everybody knows. We've all went and seen one. They get paid for us to tell them things. Jesus is really the only one that can really heal your trauma, and that takes faith. But you just learning to accept it, learning to both know your trigger points. What triggers you in a relationship? What makes you angry? What does this? And then you have to both be conscious about that to keep from hitting those. The song that you're about to play next, When God Behind Me, I'm ready for that one. That's one I've got cooked up in the works. And then the other one, Your Ways. Yes. I'm echoing.
Yeah, Your Ways is the one that is dropping when?
October 25th.
October 25th. So,
Yes.
so if you're watching, you're fixing to get an exclusive listen because it has not even dropped yet, y'all.
I wish I could put the pre-save link in here,
But
I
without
don't want to mess up.
but without further ado, here is your exclusive listen to Your Ways, dropping October 25th.
Yes.
Here we go.
Yeah. It's that Kick the Devil to the Curb song right here. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Stafford, wake up.
When God tell me to stop, there ain't no sense in moving. When God tell me to go, he ain't gonna have to move me. I tell the devil get behind me, ain't no sense in trying. Look at all those demons flee when they know God behind me. When God tell me to stop, there ain't no sense in moving. When God tell me to go, he ain't gonna have to move me. I tell the devil get behind me, ain't no sense in trying. Look at all those demons flee when they know God behind me. Get away from me before I make you lose your place in line. I've been cutting corners, make me feel like I lost my mind. The devil tried to take me down, but he couldn't stop my shine. He's got me covered in the end when I'm part of his vine. God already sent his son, that's our only hope. When Jesus went back home to God, he sent his Holy Ghost. That's our secret weapon, annihilate our enemy when they be talking about him, but they don't know his history. You got it bad, better yet, that's an understatement. Cause they be calling out your name, but you crying like a baby. If you don't put your trust in Jesus, you ain't got no faith. If you ain't got no faith, there ain't no way you win in this race. When God tell me to stop, there ain't no sense in moving. When God tell me to go, he ain't gonna have to move me. I tell the devil get behind me, ain't no sense in trying. Look at all those demons flee when they know God behind me. When God tell me to stop, there ain't no sense in moving. When God tell me to go, he ain't gonna have to move me. I tell the devil get behind me, ain't no sense in trying. Look at all those demons flee when they know God behind me. They told me take a break, I make them change their mind. They wanted me to wait, but I switched up my grind. I had to do something different to get a different opinion. They tried to take my life from me, but I ended up winning. When God tell me to stop, there ain't no sense in moving. When God tell me to go, he ain't gonna have to move me. I tell the devil get behind me, ain't no sense in trying. Look at all those demons flee when they know God behind me. God tell me to stop, there ain't no sense in moving. When God tell me to go, he ain't gonna have to move me. I tell the devil get behind me, ain't no sense in trying. Look at all those demons flee when they know God behind me.
Another banger.
Yes, that's not the right one, but that's fine. I'm glad you played that one. I needed to hear that one. I love that.
Which one was that one?
That one was When God's Behind Me.
Okay, so that was the last one that we were supposed to play. Do we have a release that one?
Not yet. We're gonna release that acoustic song that me and Brooke done on December 25th on Christmas. We're going to release Your Ways on October 24th, 25th. I'm thinking about if I can get like some a dance going to that song because it needs a dance like crazy, and I need to get my fat butt up there and learn the dance too. I want to get it out by Thanksgiving, but if not, definitely in January of the new year.
Yeah, that's a way to break in a new year right there.
Yeah. Yeah, or break a leg trying to dance on stage one, whichever. But this next song, Your Ways, I have to shout out Angel Renee. I was in Florida for the past couple of months roofing and working on roofing, and I feel like nothing good happened while I was there, but meeting her and Terry HD. I was singing karaoke with Terry. He was at the VFWs and the American Legions, and man, if you want to feel like you're a good singer, go sing karaoke at an American Legion or a VFW because they will make you feel good. I definitely feel like I got a lot of practice as a singer while I was there. And then one night I met her, and she has the same name as my mother. And she actually sang with George Jones's grandpa when she was a kid. So instantly, I just had to have her on my song. And I've been praying for a worship rap song because this is a worship rap song. This is Crossover Church is one of the biggest hip hop churches in Tampa, and I'm trying to get on that stage just to say, hey, just to share my message and stuff. And that's definitely a song that could possibly do it. So I was praying hard, and then I was in the shower, and it was just like God was telling me, yes, God talks to me in the shower. Okay. I was there, and he was just like, reach out to her. Just try it. Just try to get her on a song. So I sent her the beat. I told her it was in a song contest. She come back within 5 minutes, and she recorded it on her phone, said, this is the hook. This is the hook. So I had it done, and we had it done in time for a secular song contest with Stafford. And out of 20 submissions, this song won a secular contest. So I'm glad for you to play that one. I think they'll like it.
That's awesome. Okay, so you said with God behind me, you have a dance to it. Do you have it?
No, I don't. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for some kids. I wanna to shine light on the kids. I want to do a dance competition or something. That's what I keep seeing.
That would be dope. So anybody listening, if y'all got kids around his area, and he needs it, y'all run to him. He's good.
Alabama, Tennessee. I mean, I'm right here. I always like to say that we're right in Tennessee's butt crack. Okay, Muscle Shoals, Alabama. We can drive 40 minutes and get to Tennessee. We can drive 40 minutes and get to Mississippi. It's just we're right here, and I love North Alabama. So
right. Okay, so without further ado, let's play
Your
Ways, the one that was supposed to be played first.
That's okay.
And this one drops October 25th.
October 25th, yes, and I will have the pre-save link on my social medias.
Awesome.
Stafford, wake up.
Your ways are good. Your ways are good. Your ways are good. Always and forever. Your ways are good. Oh, your ways are good. Always and forever. Your ways are good.
Sometimes my ways feel good, but God, your ways feel better. I am not worried about my future. I stay focused on forever. You know I'm going through the weather. It ain't likely I fall. If I stay focused on forever, I can't lose focus at all. Like, can I get off track if I don't have control? God, will you put me in the trunk so I ain't got nowhere to go? You focus hard on his redemption and the blessings will fall, because that's time less spent on you correcting your flaws. Another wrinkle in your face, another calorie burn. You look too hard up in the mirror, another lesson you'll learn. If you focus hard on his grace, then his mercy will fall. Lord, your ways are so good, there's no exception at all.
Your ways are good. Your ways are good. Oh, your ways are good. Always and forever. Your ways are good.
So put your hands up in there if you would recognize the Savior, cause you already know the story and how it plays in our favor. He sent his one and only son to come and die for our sins. That's when the best part of dying was resurrecting again. I'm talking whole new lifestyle, a whole new change. Why you working so hard when you can't win this game? You need to take it to the cross, cause that's the reason to live. Cause after all the wrong we done, it's the reason he forgives.
Your ways are good. Your ways are good. Your ways are good. Always and forever. Your ways are good. Oh, your ways are good. Always and forever. Your ways are good.
It's got a whole vibe to it.
Yeah.
Whole different vibe.
Whole different vibe. And the day we recorded, she was like, "You sound like a Christian Cope Ford." which I love because Colt Ford, man, he needs to come back. You know what I'm saying? Because he was really good, and he needs to come up with some new stuff, for sure.
Exactly.
You know, most people don't know that Dirt Road Anthem by Jason Aldean was actually written by Colt Ford, and he bought it from him.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. Go look at it. Colt Ford, Dirt Road Anthem.
Okay.
And he actually says the cuss word. He says one or two cuss words in it in his original one.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So yeah, that's something not many people know.
Oh, I was Catfish said Colt Ford's got new music. He's got a
really
whole out.
I need to check it out.
Hoodbillies.
Hoodbillies. Uh-oh.
You can just imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Colt Ford and Chris. I hope I'm saying this right. Chris Crilio. Yeah, but it's his new album, so check that one out.
Heck yeah.
But okay, so I got up with you today. This was kind of like I'm so appreciative that you wanted to do this interview with me. Yeah. So like I had sent you a little something earlier, and I was like, hey, take a sound at this and do a gander. And I'm very thankful for you because you fixed my song. And
well, I remember when I was coming up and having to use BandLab and stuff like that, and it's always a good place to start. And I just had to help. You know what I mean? I had to help with as much as I could. And I love your style, and you're going somewhere, you know. And one thing I didn't have when I first started was people to help me. You know what I'm saying? When I tell you that my career was literally, I had to do everything and pay everything, and everybody charged me top dollar. When I tell you that, I mean that. So last year, I told anybody and everybody, I was like, listen, I'm going to start doing it, and I'm going to start helping people, you know?
Like, when I started this, I looked at my husband, and I said, I think I'm going to put a song out. He's like, really? I said, yeah. And then that's when I come out with Runner with Ryan Woodcock, Bloodhound. And then I was like, okay, well, let me do another one. Like, that was fun. I had fun doing that.
Yeah.
So then we did The House That Built Me. But what everybody didn't know was I had been working on my new song. It was supposed to drop Wednesday, but it dropped today. As soon as I got off the phone with you.
You had noticed it already dropped?
It did. It already dropped.
That's crazy. It usually takes me 2 or 3 weeks to get everything out.
Look, DistroKid had me so messed up. I was so mad. And I talked to Catfish, and Catfish was like, just run it, baby. So I sent in a new version, and we're absolutely in love with it. And I want to thank you so much once again for your help on it.
Yeah.
But since it's already released, do you want to take a listen, and then I want to get your opinion about it.
Okay.
From new artist to artist.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody, Louisiana Girls is streaming on every platform now. Go check it out.
I'm about to tell y'all something about these Louisiana girls.
Tell them, baby girl.
We're just built different.
Yeah, how's that?
We don't do what them city girls do.
No, baby girl.
We'll be off in these woods.
Off in these woods?
And we don't mind getting dirty.
They like to get dirty.
Eating crawfish and drinking daiquiris. Cold beer in my hand, catching Mardi Gras beach. I ride a four-wheeler, drink the moonshine. Ooh, drink that moonshine. I'm a Louisiana girl. We got bougie, sometimes ratchet. Slim waist, cute face, country bad bitch. Don't comment, it's wrong, we not average. Country girl attitude, and we savage. You can look, but please don't grab it. Trust when I say that it's soft as a mattress. We was raised on the cornbread and cabbage. Crawfish, bulls, hut squirrels, and the rabbits. We love trucks on the mud tires. Straight moonshine by the bonfire. We drink cold beer, we kill big deer. Before you leave Earth, you need to come here. You don't need another breed. Louisiana girls is all you need. And if you didn't know, Get ready for the show. Just hustle up, honey. Now ready, let's go. Down in Louisiana where the bayou flows. Something about the girls here, everybody knows. The sweets of the drawl and the fiery charm. We'll steal your heart with our bayou charm. Louisiana girls rolling deep in style. Make you smile like a itty bitty child. Sipping on the sweet tea underneath the stars. Louisiana girls will steal your heart. So come take a trip to Louisiana land where the girls are shining like a brass jazz band. Come on down to a Cajun-ass town where the moon shines fine, so pour another round. Sunday dresses, we are a mess. Louisiana girls gonna try our best. Cooking and good looking, got you all shookin'. Sugar ain't spice, ain't nothing nice. The catfish is jumping and the catfish is bumping. That's my DJ all damn day. Louisiana girls, the bayou flow. Something about the girls, everybody knows. Louisiana girls gonna give your heart away with a southern twang. Make you wanna stay. Rock the Daisy Deuce with a little touch of flair. Get you weak in the knees and make you wanna stare. Down in Louisiana where the bayou flows. Something about the girls here, everybody knows. The sweets and the drawl and the fiery charm. We'll steal your hearts with our bayou charm. Louisiana girls rolling deep inside. Make you smile like a itty child. Sipping on the sweet tea underneath the stars. Louisiana girls will steal your heart. Now before I go, I really think you should know Louisiana heat have you out in the streets. So come see me cause I got what you need. Southern grown weed is all we breathe. So I suggest come try our best. I'm a little biased, I must confess. Louisiana's my stomping ground. Louisiana girls is gonna get down. So break out the fiddle and you break out the bow. Take off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Louisiana jamming, ready, let's go. Even Mississippi and Texas knows. You dance in the kitchen to the morning light. It's a Louisiana Southern Saturday night. 1, 2, 3, let's go! Get me wrong, I'm glad you stopped by, but watch that ride, makes you wanna cry. Watch that spice, cause it ain't nothing nice. Cornbread cooking with the red beans and rice. The other city girls don't stand a chance. Let the sun beat down on a hard romance. And if you didn't fight, then be alright. Just drive on down to my little southern town. We like to catch fish and clean them too. Sit in a deer stand with our old men. Now if that's just something you don't understand, then you never been down to Louisiana. Please tell me how you survive without McDonald's and the curly fries. Just set a trial line and you'll be fine. But the game is sold and never to be told. Louisiana where the bayou flows. Something about the girls here, everybody knows. The sweets and the drawl and the fiery charm. We'll steal your hearts with our bayou charm. Louisiana girls rolling deep inside. Make you smile like you be child. Sipping on the sweet tea underneath the stars. Louisiana girls will steal your heart.
So
Boom.
what you think?
Love it. Hey, there is such a window of opportunity for country rap and women because it's not really it's been stabbed at here lately, but like there's such an open field of opportunity for that lane. It's always a rule of thumb, man. I tell you what, when I sacrificed for music, I starved to death before just to make sure that I could get to that studio. you know, and that's just it's a great song. It's got a great idea. I love the beat. I love the guitar solo. Who'd you say did that? Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me now?
Give it a second. Me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So who do you say did that guitar
Okay,
solo?
I'm sorry. My phone rang.
Yeah, that's what happened to me
Okay,
earlier.
so look, check it out. That beat is 8 minutes long. And at the end of that beat, there was that guitar riff. And I fell in love. And I said, okay, I need something to break it up so I can breathe a little bit before I go to my last verse.
Yeah.
And we was able to cut it, and it flowed perfect. And I was so excited about it. Like, I am very excited about this song.
Yes.
I feel like I've been working forever, and my product is finally finished.
That's what it feels like when you know, and there's a big process, you know, once you leave the studio, you send it over to be mixed and mastered, and like you feel like a kid waiting on to go to Chuck E. Cheese while you're waiting on that song to come back. And it's just an amazing process. I love the whole music game.
And I'm forever grateful for you to actually get on there and help me mix and master.
Well, it's all about levels. That's all it is. And utilizing the software, you know, there's a lot of tricks and stuff. And I actually recorded the whole entire mixing process. And I'm going to send it to you later just so you can look, because you can pretty much tell everything I did and everything I used. And I'm going to send it to you.
Okay, perfect. And you know, it's crazy. The guy talking is actually Catfish.
Yeah, that's what you was telling me. That's why I said, dude,
I didn't think I was ever going to get him behind the mic. And he was like, okay, I'll do it. So October 28th is, we're performing in Glasgow, Kentucky. So hopefully he'll get the mic and he'll do his little part for me.
Yeah, I'm actually performing too on October 28th here in Sterling Boulevard in the Shoals area, down from Walmart and Muscle Shoals. We'll be having a trunk or treat there. And you remember that guy Scott?
I think I did. Yes,
the other Christian rapper that was with me.
Yes.
Okay, well he wasn't with me, but we met there. He came to my church on Sunday. What? I invited him. And I had forgot. See, me and him's got a song we're got a song working out. He sent me the beat the other day, and I haven't even got mine written because it's so fast. I mean, he sends me, he's sitting there spitting. I'm like, man, I said, I really got to bring it. So I'm still writing on it. But he come to my church Sunday, and he's going to be performing with me on the 28th. So that's going to be really awesome, and just excited.
I love to see other artists network and connect like that. Like,
yeah,
I've connected with Colt Montgomery and Dixie Tricks and Sweet Selma Beats. So we're all gonna have something coming out, which is gonna be really cool.
You know, I've been doing features for free for so long, but my manager is getting me out of that. She is telling me you've got to stop. You got to start, you know, charging a little something for your work, and it's hard for me to do that just because, like, I've always been charged the max, but I've been working deals here lately. So if you want a feature, I'm not going to charge you an arm and a leg. I'm so busy, you know, that for me to squeeze it in on her schedule, because she's overloaded too, she just, you know, demands I charge for it. But other than that,
not only do I do my stuff, I manage Catfish, and he works a full-time job, and you know, and then I have Babish Media, plus I have this Monday podcast now. Thankful for Miranda on that one. Big shout out.
Well, you do good at it.
I appreciate it.
This stuff's hard because you got to be able to think out of a moment's notice, you know, and you're doing good at it. So,
well, I appreciate it. Well, I know I've held you up long enough. You want to tell everybody where we can find you at?
Yes.
All the platforms.
So they've already got one in the background, www.cgthareveren.com. That's cgthereveren.com. That's my website. Everything is there. Even my clothing line, Holy Threads, it's on there too. I got a hoodie around here somewhere. They're really awesome. Oh, they're so good, and I love them. And it's good quality, and that'd be pretty cool if you check those out. I'm gonna have the pre-save link on all social medias And I'm sure I can put it on here somehow, hopefully on the restream. And y'all just stream it up, because I have submitted your ways for a Spotify editorial playlist, and I have submitted it for Rapzilla. And the only thing they go by is pre-saves. You know, they want you to have people pre-saving the link for it to land on some playlists. I just got my first royalty check like probably a month ago from DistroKid. It was $34.99. Literally worked my butt off to get that $34. It was like 13,000 streams. I was like, I got discouraged a little bit. I was like, uh-oh. And then I just told myself, you know, there's got to be a better way. So now Zahill is helping me with this next release. I call it Release School. He's put me through Release School, and he's going to help me get my songs listed on some playlists, so the money can start coming back, because it is expensive. It was $1,300 on my first album, and, you know.
You said $34, and here I did got excited about $3.68. I was like, yeah!
I was so excited, and people are like, it's just $34. And I'm like, you don't understand.
That $3 means something to me.
Yes. So, and Facebook jumping on the bandwagon now. Facebook's paying. I made $71 in the past 8 days. And it's just, once the world starts realizing that you're not going to quit as an artist, and once you have went through crickets on statuses and you didn't tap out, it's almost like everything starts opening. The floodgate starts opening. And I'm just here to help anybody get there faster. That's my job.
Absolutely, yeah. As a new artist, I feel that it's a slow process, but like I said, I'm having fun with it. So whether anybody that doesn't like it, oh well, hit skip, because I'm gonna keep doing it anyway.
That's how I've been, man, for real.
Okay, so tell us about how you're making this money on. One more thing before we go. Yeah. Tell us how you're making this money on Facebook, so everybody can kind of get a drift of how it goes and how it works.
Okay, so I can't tell the whole secret. I will tell you that there's a book. The book is like 7 to 13 pages long, and it's literally the secret. The book is $50, and the guy who wrote the book, who's over our group, for $50, he'll get you the book. He'll bring you in our group. Literally step by step, I did everything he told me to do, and my earnings on Facebook are literally quadrupling by the day. I went to sleep at 37 last night. I woke up this morning at 47, and before lunchtime it was at $71. And like what was that?
That you have to be monetized, correct?
Yes. So you have to turn your Facebook into professional mode. Which once you do that, you'll get a follow page. And then people will be able to follow you. And then you have to consistently post content. You have to. Every day you have to keep posting and posting. But this book that we got is going to help you get there a lot faster. When I started this, I was reaching 90,000 people a day. And literally today, I reached 4.5 million people in one day.
That is crazy.
So it can be done. You just hit me up, man, and I'll get you over and added you to the group. We're trying to grow our group right now. We're real young. There's only like 8 or 9 people in our group right now. And all of it, not everybody's seeing the success I'm seeing, because once again, I have a niche. I have music, and I speak the gospel and stuff. So that is my niche. And if you work on your niche and you post directly for your niche, Facebook will pick that up. And the algorithm will stop blocking you. If you've ever made a post and it didn't get no hits or likes, it wasn't because it wasn't a good post. It was just because the algorithm is designed to kick people off, because if they're not serious, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I've heard that a lot about artists, you know, that they're getting blocked by Facebook, and you know, their stuff's not being seen.
Just two things real quick. Don't post any links in the status. You just don't. Just post them in the comment section. So if you're making a list about a song, describe the song, tell where it's going to be, and then say link in the comments. And what that'll do is actually get your reach up, because the person has to click on the status to get the link, and then that helps your algorithm as well.
There you go. There's another trick and secret.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hate to hold up any more of your time.
I've enjoyed this. I'm still smiling. I love doing this. So.
Thank you so much. I know it was last minute when I hit you up, but thank you so much for taking the time out.
Yeah.
Because I know you're busy. and sitting down and doing this interview with me.
Well, I have ADHD.
And
That's the only thing. But you got me here.
And I hope that you have touched and reached out, and don't be turning off my lights yet.
Yeah.
Catfish said goodbye.
Hey, what up, bro?
And,
hey, listen, I'll be down to go with y'all on some of them in the future, though. You know, just whenever it's right.
Absolutely. We talked about that earlier on the phone. I will get up with you if I could get you on a show. Most definitely, I'll be hitting you up. I do what I can to help other artists. I'm a striving artist myself, so I'll do anything I can to help anybody. I'll get the shirt off my back. So but
the timer was perfect because my battery just hit 10%. So.
But without further ado, guys, it was CG the Reveren. Thank you so much for joining me on Monday Love Podcast. And as always, everybody has hated a Monday before, but it's time to love it. Love it.
Is it Monday?
Really? I want to thank our team that we have behind us, Tony, Angie. They're absolutely amazing. Miranda for having me as her co-host. And I couldn't be more delighted. So without further ado, good night, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
What is your profession? Problems on the beat. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. Call it luck, I'm just getting what I reap. Should've died, angels kept me on my feet. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. I never go another winter without heat. Gotta face it, just can't turn the other cheek. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. They know me very well, I ain't live no fairy tale. All the work that I put in.